I'm gonna just wait till both teams get back, and then I'll start with my play-by-play. Sure. This is the tab we'll use. Yeah, they are. They're coming out a little. Yeah. Yeah, he told me to go at 7:55, so I went at 7:55. So I mean, as long as I just went by what he said. I just kind of looked out at as they come on, I'll just address the crowd as they make their way on, and then as they walk in, I'll just start my thoughts. Oh, I think I got this.
I really have waters too.
Yep. Appreciate it.
I so one of the first time that I remember actually for my own.
Do you have like any, how's the PA announcers or do you got any?
Yeah, normally Lucas Rotado does it, he's a senior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he does every game except soccer, or he tries to do every game except soccer because he plays.
Is he an intern here too?
Yes.
Lucas? Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one that's in Florida?
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to go to Florida. I want to go to Florida.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Dude, I want to go back to Portugal.
Stuff here too, or you don't know? Did he just start as an intern?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I did Lucas, Thatcher, and then Alvaro. So we all started out at the same time, and we got orientated at the same time.
Awesome. I mean, you're starting off early. You're starting with a semi-professional soccer team. You're starting off good. Just keep it up. And, who knows? One opportunity could lead to the next. You're looking to get in management.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I think. Well, obviously, like you're still. Wait, where are you going to college?
Probably either you or I.
Oh, okay. Yeah, both got.
What are your options? You or I?
Or UNH.
Love UNH.
I was there.
I'm biased because my whole family went. Well, my sisters went there. So.
Yeah, I went to UNH yesterday for an acceptance students day, and it's so nice there.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
URI is very nice too. I got a couple there too.
You were right, and I can't beat by the beach though. I love the beach.
So there's hopefully UK knows that I already did my piece. Yeah. Someone should have his number though, because like he told me to go at 7:55 and I went.
He told me to text him on WhatsApp, but I can't find him there, so like that's just like.
I have him on WhatsApp.
Yeah, if you could just tell him that I went already, because he told me 7:55 to go. So I mean, usually in soccer, like players don't like go out and play balls. Fans, here they are! Welcome to the field, your Worcester Warriors FC and the visiting Police FC for tonight's match. Okay, are they expecting me to do something? I already did it. Yeah, no one knows what. Yeah, they went out late. Yeah. So they're
Maybe just do it again.
Do something, and we already did it. Just do it again? Alright, we're doing it again. Anthem and all again? Okay.
If you need it, it's right here.
Fans are now meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Police FC. Goaltender number 1, David Lucero. Midfielder number 6, Lamar Chansey. Midfielder number 10, Daniel Gomez. Forward, number 14, Joel Aguatuso. Defender, number 16, KOFC Mills Ogoy. Forward, number 17, Daniel Freitas. Midfielder, number 23, Dax Hoffman. Defender, number 25, Brian Silva. Defender, number 33, Michael Weir. Midfielder, number 77, Sean Miller. And forward, number 88, Shenardo Green. Colleagues FC is coached by Kyle Russell. And now the starters for your Worcester Warriors FC. Starting midfielder, the captain number 3, Alexander Castaneda. Defender number 4, Selim Turkson. Forward number 5, Gabriel Schaus. Defender number 7, Chandler Going. Defender number 9, Johannes Santana. Forward number 13, Cameron De La Ronda. Defender number 21, Felipe Rodriguez. Midfielder number 22, Mohamed Shaochi. Defender number 24, Nono De Freitas Simeto. Defender number 37, William Russo. And in goal for your Worcester Warriors FC, number 71, Harry Courts. Your Worcester Warriors FC are coached by Wike Agonwamba. So we're doing the anthem again too? What are they waiting for? Okay, I guess we're...
Don't like the...
Anthem is right there if you want it.
Anthem is right there, so we're doing the anthem again.
Go ahead.
Fans at this time, please rise and remove your hats and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem. Alright, once again. We went a little too early, I guess.
Practice.
Yeah, got a little practice round in, but I wasn't in the moment the second time.
No, maybe they left like too early to go. Like, too late to go to the locker room.
What's up?
They left at like 7:15.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking it from that one. It's all good. Yeah, please. Once again, fans, welcome to tonight's match between the Worcester Warriors FC and Co-Elites FC. Please enjoy the match. And at this time, we're going to hand the match over to the center referee and the fourth official to start the game. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Capasaro Field on the beautiful campus of Anna Maria College for tonight's UPSL semi-professional soccer match between Co-Elites FC and Worcester Warriors FC. Jake Kelly on the call. Glad to have you with us on this Sunday night. Match temp here in Paxton, Massachusetts, on the beautiful campus here of Anna Maria College. Once again, here at Capasaro Field. Approximately 53 degrees, lots of clouds in the sky at game time as well. As well as we got a little bit of a slight drizzle here, but all in all, still a very good night for some semi-professional soccer here at the beautiful Anna Maria College campus here, once again, at Caparso Field. Glad to have you with us once again here on this Sunday night. Should be a very good matchup here tonight. Both these teams one game into their matches. Captain for the Worcester Warriors FC is indeed midfielder Alexander Castaneda. Coaches for both clubs for the Co-Elites, we got Bukayo Russell, and for the Worcester Warriors is Wike Agunwamba. So very good match. Center referee now at the midfield line right now, about to get this match started. And we got Co-Elites in red and the Worcester Warriors in white tonight, as both teams now gathering at their respective 35-ish, 30-yard lines here on the pitch here as we get ready to start tonight's match. Once again here from Anna Maria College, as the rain's starting to showing the lights a little bit. It's starting to come down just slightly harder. Slight drizzle to start this match here, but, you know, as the players came on, we saw it rained just a little bit, but it's starting to pick up here. Hopefully, you know, from the fans' perspective here, it starts to die down just a little bit here, and looks like the center referee is at the midfield line now, about to get this match started here, as it looks like Co-Elites FC will be receiving the ball first, and Worcester Warriors, that means we'll get it in the second half to start the game. So referee positioning himself here as we get ready to kick off. The AR is now on the sideline getting themselves all warmed up as well. Get that little leg work in as we start off here. Get a little warm up from our assistant referees on the sideline as well as the center referee. Once again, should be a very good match tonight. Both these teams one game in. Worcester Warriors, by the way, starting off their home regular season, as this is their first home match of the regular season, as kickoff beginning right there on the AMCAT, who is the mascot of Anna Maria, by the way. As we get ready to kick this thing off, kicking it off to start for Co-Elites is going to be number 17, Daniel Fritas, the forward, as the center referee setting his watch here as we await kickoff here once again at Anna Maria College. And there's the whistle, and the kickoff is underway here. Co-Elites starting it off so far. So key takeaways here. Players definitely to look out for. You know, obviously the forwards, Daniel Fritas, who just took the kickoff just now. Shanato Green starting off at the forward position, as Co-Elites trying to bring the heat early to that Worcester Warriors line of defense, as some action going on by the corner flag here, as the pass is now back, intercepted that time by Worcester Warriors, kicked out of bounds on that defensive line as it goes right off of the field hockey goal that's just positioned off to the side there towards the far side of the field, and it's going to be a throw-in for Co-Elites. So definitely the forward line of the offense for Co-Elites FC, definitely something to watch out for here in this match, as the Co-Elites looking to just dribble it around. They just pass it back, and with it now on the near side is Dax Hoffman. Hoffman with it here. Hoffman trying to get around, and Hoffman's going to pass it back to the goalkeeper, and in goal tonight for Co-Elites is number 1, David Lucero, who once again you cannot see his number because he does indeed have a different jersey on, as both keepers, Co-Elites, David Lucero in blue, and Worcester Warriors, the keeper is Harry Courts, number 71. He is in orange on the far side. As some chatter going on here, as some action going on now with Co-Elites is number 14, Joel Agbatuso with it. Passes it over that time to Daniel Gomez. Oh, that's a great pass ahead. Nice ball by Gomez there. Looking to pass it ahead that time to his fellow attacker, as it's kicked away by Courts and headed backwards, and it's going to get scooped up here by Lucero. So definitely a lot to look out for here. You know, Co-Elites, definitely you see right there, they had that very quick breakout there. They had that great ball that time by Daniel Gomez. Gomez really, you know, midfielder stud out there so far with that pass. I know we're only a few minutes in here as the clock ticks down, about 2 minutes here into the first half, as that pass ahead. Not a bad ball, but just a little bit too much on that pass that time from number 77, Shawnee Miller of Co-Elites FC, and that ball is going to get booted down by Harry Courts, as that last attempt there by Co-Elites, just not able to make it happen, as Co-Elites definitely bringing the offense early, as the AR has his flag up on the near side, going to call a foul, I believe, against it's going to go against the Warriors as the center referee is signaling for a direct free kick for Co-Elites. So they're going to be getting the direct free kick right around about the 24-yard line of their own side here. And with it now is Daniel Gomez. Gomez passes it back. Now it's Hoffman with it. Hoffman passes it back. Looking for a deep pass that time. A fake pass that time. And looked like a little bit of possibly a foul there. No call, as a little slip up there by Daniel Freitas. As Freitas goes down, and it's kicked back up that time by Lucero. And Lucero gets it right to midfield as Co-Elites brings it back. Oh, almost a great ball that time. Intended for Shawnee Miller, as Miller just unable to get it as it gets headed out that time by the Worcester Warriors. Number 7 defender Chandler Goings with that defense play that time by the Worcester Warriors as they got the ball now on the defensive line. Here's Turkson with it here. Turkson has it right now. Turkson gets it over to 24. That is Nono De Freitas Semedo as that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Worcester Warriors throw-in, and taking it here now is going to be Semedo right now. Semedo, the defender right now. Once again, this is the first home match for the Worcester Warriors. They're going to be playing all of their home games here at Anna Maria here in Paxton. As here's the throw-in that time from Semedo, and it's going to get broken up very well that time by the defense of Co-Elites. With it now is Miller. Miller passes it on over. Back over to Miller, and that pass is just a little bit too much. It's going to go out for Worcester Warriors FC throw-in. So a lot so far that we have seen so far from both of these teams. It seems like they just kind of need to get their coordination straightened away here, as a lot of bids that could have been successful and potential goal-scoring opportunities for both of these teams, mostly on the Co-Elites FC sideline, or mostly from the Co-Elites FC side, rather, that just has not been able to, get produced very well because of those bids. And here's a potential opportunity as that ball is kicked out, but doesn't matter. It's going to be ruled offsides by the assistant referee on the far side. So it's going to be a indirect free kick for Co-Elites. But anyway, like I was saying, Co-Elites, definitely bringing more of the offensive firepower so far for just this match in general, as we've seen just so far throughout this whole game so far. I know we're only barely 5 minutes in, but like a lot of bids so far from both of these teams that could have been successful, but just a little too much power on both the legs of both of these teams, mainly on the defender's side. A little bit too much power bringing on those potential bids, which is why nothing's been successful so far. But once again, we're just a few minutes in here as a potential steal opportunity by Worcester Warriors, and a stiff arm that time. No call by William Russo, and now a chance for the Warriors. Up with it is Chavs. Chavs gets it inside looking for Russo. Russo goes down in a shot, and a save made by Lucero. And Lucero lays down on it. It's going to boot it back, looking to get to Co-Elites and get something going on offense here for Co-Elites FC, as we got a player down right now. So we'll pause for a moment as we figure out who needs attending to here for Co-Elites. And nice help up there by both of the Warriors. Good sportsmanship there that time. So a lot of respect that we've seen so far with these two teams as well. Not just within these two teams, but like really the entire UPSL. Like everyone knows how to like very well respect each other when someone goes down. Two players from the opposing team just taking absolutely, 100% initiative and no hesitation to assist in helping someone out who's either hurt or just needs attending to, help them up. So great sportsmanship there by the Warriors. Nice job that time as Lucero passes the ball to the far side. Co-Elites looking to get something going here. Another pass down the touchline there as it's going to get cleared out that time. Still on the far side. And it's going to get intercepted by the Warriors. Number 22, that's Mohamed Chaouchi. And now it's intercepted once again on the far side. Co-Elites trying to get something going. And that's a deep pass ahead, potential bid ahead to Joel Agbatuso, as that gets quickly intercepted and shut down as multiple defenders in that vicinity. And that's going to be a foul called. Ooh, and then a head collision on both by both teams right there after the whistle. Oh, boy. You never want to see that. Oh, man. So a foul was called against the Worcester Warriors, and then both players went up after the whistle because the whistle blew slightly too late, and then two players, one from each team, both colliding heads, and looks like one of the defenders of Coalites there can't tell who it is, as his number is kind of facing upwards right now. Hope he's okay, but it looks like he kind of got the worst of it that time. But you just got to hope that in those situations that both players are okay. So once again, we'll pause for a moment as the Coalites trainer makes her way out there to attend to Coalites injured player here. And it looked like the original foul was a push by the Worcester Warriors. What ended up happening was, I believe, there was a stiff arm foul as the ball went up. May have been by number 22, Mohamed Chaouchi. So Chaouchi might have caused the initial foul, but he wasn't the one that went up and collided heads with one of the Coalites defenders there. So definitely a scary moment to start this thing off, but looks like both players are okay as Coalites takes the direct free kick, and taking it was number 33, Michael Weir, on the defensive line there, on the defensive side rather, for Coalites. And that's going to be a corner kick as that was bounced off on the far side. So Coalites has an opportunity here early. Definitely, for sure, they have all the momentum here right now as Coalites has definitely shown much more firepower on offense. Obviously, Worcester had that very early offensive bid that was down here by the goaltender of David Lucero of Coalites, but really nothing else. Mainly, it's been all Coalites on offense, just absolutely getting the opportunities that they need as they get ready to line up for the corner kick here. And there's the kick, and it's headed out very easily that time, and great defense there by Worcester. And here they come, and yep, that's going to be a foul call and a direct free kick for Worcester. Drawing the foul that time for the Warriors was Chandler Goings, number 7 on the defensive side. But taking the direct free kick is going to be Salem Turkson, number 4. So Turkson getting ready to line up the kick, trying to get it directly to one of his strikers here. Here's Turkson. Turkson, low kick, and it's going to get headed out by the defensive side of Coalites here. Being knocked around a little bit. Now here comes Coalites once again up the offensive side here as the defender is looking to get something going. Chancey had it for a moment, and now it's back on the far side here. Comes back on over, and they elect to pass it back to Lucero, their goaltender. And now here comes Coalites up the far touchline, but too much on that kick that time from Lucero, so that's going to be a throw-in for the Worcester Warriors FC. So an opportunity here for the Warriors as Coalites definitely, for sure, has had the vast majority of the offense so far and most of the opportunities as that gets headed out. And collision right by the flagpole, and they're going to rule this no foul, and it's just going to be a goal kick as Lucero is going to grab the ball. So a mini collision over by the corner flag on the far side, but not enough for the center referee to deem a foul. So it's going to be a goal kick as Coalites tries to get their offense back, who's been kind of, silent the last couple of minutes here at Anna Maria as, we had the collision go down. But here they come once again, and there's the pass up ahead looking for Freitas as that goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Worcester Warriors. So once again, an offensive bid due to a pass that was a little bit too far out in front of Daniel Freitas ends up resulting in a Worcester Warriors throw-in, and that one just barely making it in on the far side, but intercepted immediately by Coalites as, Agbatoso had it for a moment, and a big collision. 2 players go down, and, oh, man. Yeah, something you definitely don't want to see this early on in the match. We already had the double head collision, and then just now you saw 2 players just collide right into each other. This time they slammed knees, so definitely from a player safety point, something you definitely don't want to see to start off a match as both players go down, and this time it looks like the Warriors once again, you got to hope everybody's okay in a situation like that. Going down for the Warriors was Felipe Rodriguez, who came up from the defensive side in an attempt to help out the strikers, it looked like. And it just seemed like, two players collided that time. So, question is, who is the foul on? It looks like it's going to be on the Warriors as the Co-Elites FC looks to line up for the direct free kick as the Warriors forming a wall here. 4-person wall and attempt to block this kick here. So this is definitely, out of all the offensive opportunities, the best one so far for Co-Elites. And then there's the kick that time. It gets through, and it's a goal! Daniel Gomez! 1-0 for Co-Elites! No one touched it, right past the goaltender, and Daniel Gomez puts Co-Elites on the board at 1-0.
Shake it off.
Right over the wall of defense by the Worcester Warriors. 4 players there, and it looked like the save was possible for the Warriors. Harry Courts just could not get enough on that ball to make the save. And that was a rocket on that direct free kick by Daniel Gomez. And Co-Elites is up 1-0. And now here come the Warriors with an opportunity here. Here's Chavez. Chavez gets it over in a pass attempt, and a foul is called. Or maybe not. Maybe it was offsides. Nope. There was a foul that could have potentially been called on that bid. One player got tripped from Worcester Warriors on the offensive side. So Chavez had it for a moment. And then on the forward line, it looked like it was maybe Cameron Villaranda, number 13, that had the best opportunity at that. Correction, no, William Russo. Maybe it was Villaranda. But as far as it goes, potential foul called, but offsides was indeed the call. So it's going to be an indirect free kick that time from Co-Elites. And there's a foul that time as the rain really starting to come down here in Paxton on this Sunday night. So once again, with slippery conditions like this, in a turf field like Anna Maria's, definitely, for sure, the turf can get slippery in conditions like this. So definitely player safety is a major concern here for these players. So hopefully, once again, just make sure that everything's okay, As a referee myself, my number one priority is player safety. So hopefully it ends up being all right. As here's the bid attempt by the Worcester Warriors off that foul by Co-Elites. And the direct free kick ends up going wide of the goaltender, untouched, wide of the goal rather, and it's going to be a goal kick for Co-Elites. As, the rain really starting to come down here. And again, you got to just hope for player safety. Actually, it might have been deflected off of one of the Co-Elites defenders, so it's going to be a corner kick here for the Worcester Warriors. There it is, knocked around and headed right out that time. So good defense that time by Co-Elites. And that's going to be a foul on number 16, Kawesi Millis Odoy on the defensive side. Actually, no, he's the one taking the direct free kick. So the foul is indeed going against the Warriors. It looked like maybe a charge from the angle here, but the foul is indeed on the Warriors. So the direct free kick just gets passed back to the goaltender, David Lucero. And they're going to start going on the far side. And oh boy, is the rain coming down here in Paxton now. It started off with just a drizzle and typical New England weather as the rain just starts to pour down right as the match starts. And once again, with player safety being a major concern already without the rain, we saw 2 players, both get hit in the head, collide heads, and then as well as right over here where play is going on right now, the leg incident here is both players went down with knees shaken up. So definitely player safety is a major concern here as, these players, once again, as a referee myself, these players set the tone for the game pretty much in every single league, no matter which league you call for, ref for, whichever. Whether you're an official coach, you pretty much got to expect when you go out there, semi-professional, professional, MLS, youth, high school, college. Like, you know, the players set the tone for the game, and you know, you hate to see this right now as the rain is really starting to come down now. So that's just going to play once again another factor in the player safety within this match here, as that previous attempted shot by Co-Elites went well wide, as Harry Courts is going to take the goal kick here for Worcester Warriors. But you know, you just got to hope that everybody's okay in these slippery conditions with the rain really coming down now. So we'll pause for a moment as Harry Courts attempts the goal kick, and the kick's away. And it's headed that time by Shavs, and it's knocked around towards the far side, and the AR on the sideline rules it's out of bounds. And there's the throw in right off the bat by Co-Elites, trying to get something going right off the bat, as they're going to backtrack a little bit, pass around their defenders. You know, in a 1-0 game, you know, that's kind of, you know, normal right now, that like if, you know, the teams that's up possesses the ball, they're just trying to, you know, time waste in every way they can. Obviously not now, with only being the first half, as here comes a bid right now for Co-Elites, and it's going to be an offsides. Close call that time, but just barely offsides was Joel Agbatuso on the offensive side for Co-Elites rather. But Agbatuso just barely offside, so it's going to be Harry Courts, the goaltender for Worcester Warriors FC, taking the indirect free kick. 1-0, 25-35 to go first half. And that's going to be a throw-in for Co-Elites, as that ball ends up going up in the stands. It's just getting bounced around here. And yeah, once again, as we see one of the spectators run and grab the ball for number 23 of Co-Elites, Dax Hoffman, the midfielder. You know, you also got to be concerned for, you know, fan safety as well. Walking up and down these metal bleachers, you can get very slippery really quick. So Fritas had it for a moment, and a backwards pass that time behind the back pass rather, as another collision down by the goal, as a backwards pass attempt going back for Co-Elites, and it goes out of bounds over the far touchline. So another throw-in for Co-Elites, as once again they have just had all the offense here. You know, Worcester Warriors, they've had, you know, some offensive firepower opportunity, but just haven't been able to capitalize. And who knew that out of all the bids that were going on between both these teams, that the one goal we have so far was scored on a direct free kick that was untouched by Co-Elites number 10, Daniel Gomez. They're going to attempt another bid here, as still on the offensive side, pass right towards the middle, and it's going to get intercepted by the defensive side of Worcester Warriors. With it now is Chandler Goings, as Goings passes it towards the far side, looking for Cameron Villaranda, but too much once again on that pass, and it's going to be a Co-Elites throw-in. This time they throw it back that time, as Co-Elites just looking to pass the ball around right now. Here's Daniel Gomez. Gomez once again has that first goal in this game. Pass along the near touchline, and it goes out of bounds. Once again, too much on that one. Maybe just a little bit uncoordinated on that pass, as Worcester Warriors will get the throw in here. There's the throw that time. The ball can be slippery in these conditions too, so something to really take into consideration with the ball being very slippery is another opportunity for Co-Elites, and they score! Trying to figure out if the ball went through the goal or if it just hit it, but it is indeed a goal for Co-Elites, as the ball went through the back of the net inside the goal. And that is number 88, Shenardo Green, with the goal that time for Co-Elites. So Co-Elites now up 2-0. 2 goals in this game for Co-Elites FC, as we're about midway through the first half here. And that was just a beautiful pass on the midfielder end for Co-Elites, right ahead to Shenardo Green, who nets the second goal of the game for Co-Elites. And now here come the Warriors trying to respond with something here. Here's Chavez, as Chavez ends up passing it back. That is going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. So I'd go quick. I mean, I know the ball is slippery, but like, with this co-elites defensive team so far, as well as their offense, you can't take your time with this team. And I mean, based on the conditions, the ball is slippery. So like, that's something to take into consideration to an extent. But like, if you're the Worcester Warriors in this type of situation right now, you have to really start thinking about, speeding things up a little bit. And if the ball slips on the throw-in, at that point, it's just kind of like, so be it. But that time on that throw in there from Nuno De Freitas Semedo, he made it look easy that time. Clearly not a factor with the rain here and the slipperiness, as once again, the Warriors just kick it right out of bounds off that potential offensive bid by co-elites. So the throw in once again on the far side, pass back that time by Shawnee Miller. And that's going to be a throw in for Worcester Warriors. A lot of play on the far side that time, and taking it on the throw-in for the Warriors is going to be the captain, Alexander Castaneda, who we haven't really talked about a lot. He's been kind of quiet so far in this match so far. So Alexander Castaneda just finally sort of making a name of himself just for that one throw-in. But, really just a very slow start for the Warriors just in general to start off. But I know we mentioned Alexander Castaneda at the beginning of this match as the captain, as that ball gets cleared out very fancily by the co-elites defensive side. With it now, Harry Courts, the goaltender. Courts passes it towards the near side, looking ahead for Semedo, as Semedo grabs Hoffman, drags him down, and that's definitely a foul. Yeah, Hoffman literally had his arm grabbed off that offensive opportunity that time by Semedo, as Warriors just trying to do everything they can here to just try to start something up. As I know it's tough given the conditions, it's tough given the score right now, but if you're the Warriors, I think the main goal right now is to just work with what you got and just try to make something out of it. And most importantly, you just don't, commit fouls like that where an obvious arm grab ends up occurring, because that was most certainly a foul and could have potentially been a yellow card caution for Nuno De Freitas Semedo on the defensive side off that last foul, as the ball once again goes out on the far touchline. It's going to be Worcester Warriors FC throw-in, and here comes a potential offensive bid as it's scooped up immediately that time by co-elites on the defensive side. And here they come once again. Intercepted by Semedo. Over to Goings. Goings back over to number 22 that time, Chaochi. And an offsides. That's the other thing, too, that we've seen so much. Worcester Warriors, they've had some offensive bids so far, but they just can't seem to stay on sides right now through those offensive bids. So co-elites, what they've done so well so far in this match is they've been able to stay on sides as well as create so much offensive firepower. But Worcester Warriors, they've tried to create some offensive firepower when they can. Is here it comes, but obvious offsides that time by number 23, Dax Hoffman. As the center ref jogging over towards Hoffman. And I don't know what that exchange was about, as Hoffman just looked like he dabbed up the center referee or something. But I don't know if he was handing him something or what the deal was, but he was just called for the offsides. The center referee just jogged over. Maybe it was just to tell him, yeah, dude, you were way offsides. But that was obvious. So I don't know if he was like throwing his arms up, questioning the call, or what the deal was. But that clearly an offsides, as the Warriors able to try to just get some offensive firepower, but once again ends up back in the foot of the goaltender, David Lucero, for co-elites. And I was just talking about, how the Warriors have been offside so far this entire match. And co-elites, they've, been onside throughout all of their offensive bids. I believe that's only the second or third offsides call that was called on Co-Elites. So for the most part, they've been able to stay on sides through those bids. But here they come again, trying to get something going as the defensive side for the Warriors attempting to shut it down here. And they're going to just pass it back here. Just pass it around, try to waste time here in the first half. Once again on the far side, there's the shot and an easy save that time for Harry Courts. So there's the punt there by Harry Courts heading towards midfield right at the AMCAT as it's headed backwards that time. And there's the pass ahead, and here comes an opportunity for the Warriors. 3-on-2 attempt, there's the pass right towards the front, and an unfortunate slip up that time by William Russo on the offensive attempt.
Yeah, very wet.
And that's once again, we talk about the conditions, and William Russo just unable to stay on his feet there with the slippery conditions. And that's just so unfortunate given the weather, because if the slip up there doesn't happen, that's a very promising opportunity for the Warriors to get their first home goal of their home regular season. Just a very unfortunate break that time for that offensive side of the Warriors, as once again an offsides is called on Co-Elites. Could have gone either way, as Shenardo Green is the guilty player of being offsides, as fan energy also starting to pick itself back up here. It was there towards the beginning of the game, and now it's starting to pick up a little bit. Kind of lost it a little bit towards the midway point of the second half, but the Warriors now with the indirect free kick. As we see a player go down, that was Semedo on that far side. And there's the pass ahead once again to the far side. Racing forward is Shenardo Green. Green with it now. Green looking to get like a cross here, and it's immediately shut down by that defensive side by the Warriors. As Gomez had it for a moment, had the first goal. And it's passed out that time by the Warriors in just an attempt to clear off that offensive bid that time from Co-Elites. And that's kind of what you got to do if you're the Warriors on defense right now. Another promising opportunity. Gomez decided to go for a pass this time instead of pass it through a massive wall of Warrior players rather than shoot the ball. He tried to go for the pass, tried to go around it, but Co-Elites now with it, and the throw-in's going to occur just behind midfield. Dax Hoffman now will take the throw-in for Co-Elites. And there's Hoffman with the throw, and another offensive opportunity here as Turkson looked like was holding one of their attackers, as the Warriors just desperately trying to keep defensive possession, but once again give it right back to Co-Elites. And here's an opportunity, and just a mishandle that time as the Worcester Warriors are able to clear it out. Looked like it went to the left of the corner flag just ever so slightly. So a lucky break that time for the Warriors, able to force a throw-in rather than a corner kick, as that ball looked like it was headed right for the far side of that corner flag, which could have easily resulted in a corner kick, but it said it's going to be a throw-in for Co-Elites. So once again, offensive play on the far side by Co-Elites, trying to get the pass here, and they give it up to the Warriors, who the Warriors just trying to do everything they possibly can right now to defend their goal and just try to help out their goaltender, Harry Courts, as much as possible, who's just getting all the action there on that far side of the field. As Co-Elites just unable to handle that on the offensive side. It's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick coming up here for the Worcester Warriors. Taking a little time here. Take a little pause as Courts fetches the ball that went pretty far outside the playing area that time, as the fans once again really starting to get back into it right now as we tick down to about 12:45 to go, just under 13 minutes to go, with the potential of added time here in the first half. And there's the boot out, handled immediately once again there by Co-Elites, and here they come. Here's an opportunity, shot, and an amazing save by Harry Courts! And that's going to force a corner kick. What an unbelievable save by Harry Courts, having to jump up and just two-handed knock that thing up. Knocked up that shot, rather, as it just went right up over the crossbar. An unbelievable opportunity by Coalites on the offensive side, but an even more unbelievable save by Harry Courts, as that corner kick goes out of bounds on the touchline, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Worcester Warriors. So right by the corner flag, it's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. Knocked out of bounds, and this time the assistant referee points in the direction of Coalites offense. So they're going to get the ball back here as something that's definitely not unnormal here in this first half. Coalites just having all of the offensive firepower right now. So here they come. There's the pass ahead, as the bid attempt that time was to Daniel Freitas. But that pass just a little bit too far out in front of him, as it's going to result in a goal kick for the Worcester Warriors. Rain's starting to let up just a little bit. So it's back to a drizzle like it was at the start of the match. So definitely just a little pop-up downpour like in midway through the first half here. But still enough to like really create some bad playing conditions for the rest of the game, because, you know, I'm not sure really how well this field drains. Obviously, I think it's going to be a factor for the rest of this match because of how the playing conditions are, especially with the ball being all wet. It's going to play a factor for throw-ins as well. Here's Lucero with it now. Lucero passes it over to the far side, and here comes Coalites once again. Definitely something that we haven't seen, that we have seen very often, as Coalites going off the far side. As here's a bid opportunity, as Coalites begging for a foul that time. That bid was to Joel Agbatuso, as Agbatuso was defended by two Worcester Warriors defenders. He went down, but again, once again, it comes back to these conditions. You can't tell like really what's a foul or not, because you can make the argument very well that, you know, Agbatuso, you know, slid down after that, you know, attempt rather than, you know, getting fouled, as Harry Courts kicks it out there as the ball goes deep into the Coalites defensive zone, but without question they're able to retreat back rather and grab the ball. Just to start off, once again, that's been just a powerhouse offense so far for Coalites, as that ball is defended very well that time by Turkson. And here come the Warriors. Here's an opportunity. Here's Chavez. Chavez has the ball intercepted that time, kicked back by Hoffman, back to his goaltender, David Lucero. 9:05 to go, first half, with the potential once again for added time here at Anna Maria. And here comes Coalites once again. Pass goes on back, as it looks like Coalites right now just trying to, you know, do what they can to just rest, you know, themselves right now, as, you know, we think that, you know, coming out of the halftime, you know, it's going to be curious to see how Coach Wike Aguamba is able to, you know, motivate his players. So I think really just some rest at halftime for these players is really what the Warriors need. And I mean, I'm not surprised that Coalites is just trying to pass the ball around right now to just try and waste time in the first half, because, you know, after the way their offense has worked so far in this entire first half, they definitely deserve a well-deserved break here, as now the Warriors just passing it around on their defensive end, which is exactly what you don't want to see if you're a Warriors fan right now, as their offense has just been unable to click so far. Maybe just like 2 or 3 bid opportunities here, as a foul is called on the loose ball attempt. 2 players going up for the ball, and it looked like one of them may have fouled the other on the far side. So it looks like the foul is going to go against Coalites. So direct free kick for the Warriors right at the 50-yard line. 7:30 to go first half, as the rain's starting to once again come down here at Anna Maria. There's the kick attempt. Good ball ahead, but just shut down right there by the Warriors as that shot attempt that time from the far side. Not even close, not even a chance, as this one is really starting to get slippery here, and some really wet weather now starting to come down as the rain really starting to pick up here in Paxton. Less than 7 to go first half. Here come Coalites once again, as they've had the majority of the possessions of the ball so far in this game. They've just possessed the ball for the majority of this half. As here comes an opportunity for Coalites. Here they come, shot, another save! Rebound goes out of bounds. And the Warriors are begging for an offsides here. No call that time from the assistant referee on the near side. That was Dax Hoffman on the wide open breakaway attempt. And the Warriors furious on the defensive side that there was not an offsides call there. But nonetheless, another unbelievable save by Harry Courts. And if you're a Warriors fan, you're a Warriors player, you have, you know, I understand why they're upset right now because, you know, not only was the, you know, there was a potential offsides there rather, but a save was made, so now this is going to force a corner kick here for Coalites. So definitely a very tough break. And another save that time off the header attempt off the corner kick, resulting in a corner kick from the near side corner flag this time rather than the far side corner flag. So Harry Courts just really saving the lives right now of the Worcester Warriors. You know, let up 2 goals and now is just really making sure that he doesn't let up a third here to go into the half. So here comes the corner kick attempt for Coalites. Header attempt knocked around, almost an own goal, as the Warriors once again able to shut that down. So a very, very scary moment for that defensive side. The missed offsides followed by the 2 corner kick attempts that could have easily resulted in a goal for Coalites. Both were able to, or all 3 rather, were able to get shut down by the Worcester Warriors defensive side. So definitely a very, very fortunate break. And you just have to imagine how furious the Warriors would have been if that goal ended up going in, if they ended up getting a goal out of that. But Coalites still keeping that offensive firepower up as that shot that time from Joel Agbatuso goes wide, as Harry Courts is going to get the ball back to start off. 4:28 to go first half. 2-0 in favor of Coalites over the Worcester Warriors here in their home opening match here of their regular season rather. As the playing conditions really starting to worsen now as more and more rain continues to fall here in Paxton. Some more play going on here at midfield right now. As Hoffman had it for a moment. Hoffman now gets it back here. Hoffman passes it, deflected that time over to Miller. Miller passes it over to midfield, back over to Hoffman now. Hoffman passes it up ahead, and now here comes the bid opportunity for Coalites as that ball was deflected, looking for Agbatuso. Agbatuso with it now. Agbatuso passed it towards the midfield, and no one there except for 3 Warriors players. And now here comes Worcester, and a slide tackle collision, no foul call, and definitely a 50-50 foul, so no call there necessary. Nice job by the center referee. So 24 for the Worcester Warriors now. Semedo with an attempt to try and get the ball out. Coalites still bringing that offensive firepower. And a nice steal that time. Nice steal by Rodriguez. Felipe Rodriguez with it now on the defensive side. That's great defense right there by Felipe Rodriguez. Cleared up ahead that time by Kachauchi as that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Coalites. 2:55 to go first half. And once again for the potential of running time here. Coalites now just passing it around on the defensive side. There's the pass ahead. Here's Miller. Miller gets it over to Agbatuso. Agbatuso passes it back over to Dax Hoffman, who passes it back to his goaltender, David Lucero. But yeah, Hoffman definitely just doing a great job so far of just really making sure that no one is able to get a steal when he has possession of that ball. And here comes Co-Elites once again. There's the pass ahead and a sliding attempt, making it easier with the rain, but unable to get it. Here comes, there's the pass, defended well that time by the Warriors on the defensive side, as once again another offensive bid by Co-Elites on the far side, and once again the Worcester Warriors able to shut it down. So once we get the second half action here, we're going to see Co-Elites go up the other way this time, except they're going to be on the near side this time where the fans as well as myself are right now. 1:40 to go first half with the potential for running time. Hoffman looks to pass it back. Midfield now attempt. Here's Miller. Miller with it now. Miller passes it on back to his defender with it here as it's Lamar Chasey, and we got a whistle. We'll pause for a moment here to see what the center referee is going to be indicating here. Looks like it's going to be a foul against the Worcester Warriors, so a direct free kick. They decide to just pass it back. Final minute here, first half, with the potential for running time. Co-Elites trying to get one more on the board here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen on that bid anyway, as the Warriors able to shut that down. So here's Agbatuso with it now. Agbatuso passes it back to the far side, looking for Michael Weir on the defensive side. Weir passes it up, and here come Co-Elites rather. And there's the pass ahead, looking for Dax Hoffman. Hoffman trying to fight on the defensive side of the Warriors that time to get a shot off. And there's an almost shot attempt that time by Chansey. Chansey the shot, and he scores! Lamar Chansey! Unbelievable footwork in the final seconds of the first half. 3-0 in favor of Co-Elites. Lamar Chansey getting his fancy footwork in along all of the defensive side of the Worcester Warriors there, as time is going to expire here in the first half. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here, how much running time is going to get added by the fourth official. But an unbelievable goal by Lamar Chansey, just unbelievable footwork to get the ball on his left foot, to get that shot off and that goal past Harry Courts. No shot for him on that goal line. And we are now officially into running time here in the first half. And another scary moment there for the Warriors defensive side. Felipe Rodriguez almost giving it away. It would have been a wide open breakaway, as Co-Elites really pouring it on here to start the second half. I hate to say pouring it on as hard as it's raining out right now, but I don't know what's worse. If you're a Worcester Warriors fan who's in attendance right now. As that pass is up ahead. Co-Elites trying to get something in running time here, or excuse me, not running time, stoppage time rather, as that bid attempt on the far side is ruled offsides by the assistant referee on the near side. Still in stoppage time here in the first half. Ball just being bounced around midfield. Should take us to the end of the half momentarily, as Co-Elites just really pouring it on. And here comes another opportunity. Here they come. Shot, pass inside, looking and just unable to handle the ball that time. A great bid attempt by Agbatuso, and another shot, and another goal! That's another one, and this time it's within stopping time for Co-Elites. And that should take us to near the end of the first half. Co-Elites just absolutely running the Warriors, just giving them just a crazy run with goals here at the end of the first half. One goal with about 15, 20 seconds to go in regulation time in the first half, and now here in stoppage time. And it looked like that was Dax Hoffman with the goal that time. by the WWFC, as we are still in stoppage time here. And just a reminder here, you know, added time can still be added to the first half, as here's an opportunity for the Warriors as it gets picked up that time by Lucero. And that'll do it for just an absolute crazy first half. The sky pouring down and Co-Elites pouring it on here in Paxton as Co-Elites leads the Warriors 4-0 as we head to the break. Fans, stick around. The second half is going to be starting momentarily. Once again, after a quick break. Once again, thank you for tuning in here on YouTube, streaming here on this Sunday night. Jake Kelly on the call. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
It's cold.
Oh man, I would imagine.
And I'm touching metal. I'm touching rubber, but I'm touching metal half the time. You're doing great, dude.
Play-by-play sitting down. I have to be standing up to do play-by-play.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No way. People are complaining that there's lag, but I mean, there's really nothing we can do about it.
Lag on what?
On the stream, I was just checking. 2 people are commenting saying that, like, you know, that someone said that this is unwatchable because it's lagging really bad, apparently. Yeah, it's just like it's stopping and skipping. I'm like watching back right now.
No, he screamed on it. He couldn't see the ball. He struck. That's why he reacted with the right
It's going off.
I understand because do you want to know what happened, Peter?
What?
Like 0.3 minutes.
That's ridiculous. Oh my god.
So that's really the only reason.
It's because we're using hotspot? Yeah, and service is awful here. Yeah. Well, it's not even that. We're running off hotspot right now.
Well, it is because like we gave them our iPad or we gave them our Mac addresses to give us Wi-Fi and access to computer, and they were like, nope.
No.
Like they were running it as though it's going to be so like when you use my computer, like people was already signed in to YouTube.
I mean, it's unfortunate for people that are watching, but like, I'm trying to watch live right now, but like, you know, just from like an audio standpoint, and for me anyways, like I can just submit audio samples for this for jobs, so like.
I mean, I'm recording down here too, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So what we can do is in post, like if you record the YouTube, sync it with the video on camera, because I'm picking up like my audio, so it's gonna be an easy sync, and then you can have
So the stream is probably going to get reposted on YouTube after
This
the
is also recording the rest of
Okay.
So after the stream, it has a full first screen. So this is before it uploads. So leave your audio. Yeah, your audio.
Oh, yeah, it's synced up to there. Yeah, that's my audio.
I mean, in terms of like everything running through here, I was kind of worried at the beginning. Like it was turning my computer just was not working.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, look at these running right through." But
Literally, I know.
but now it's going so good. Like I'm very surprised. Besides the fact that it's just not working.
Fans, that's the end of the first half with your score. Total lead score. Worcester Warriors 0. The second half will begin momentarily.
YouTube is saying it's only receiving 2,500 kilobytes per second, but we're outputting 10,000.
Oh.
So that's the problem.
Oh. You're outputting 10,000 kilobytes, but it's taking.
But it's only receiving.
But it's only receiving a certain amount.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just do settings, general output, right here, bitrate, 10,000. So. I even downgraded it. He was running 4K. So I downgraded it 10, so that's. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Tough that ain't running for us. Give us that itty bitty.
Idiot.
Oh, I can try upping the output. Like going up to like 12,000. So we let go flow afterwards and do it. Like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna talk about it. I wish I could just say like, internet sucks. Internet sucks.
This game though is just.
Yeah, they're not pushing.
They're just not. Police is just pouring it on right now. Oh yeah, for sure.
And the hits this game.
Yeah. You know, at least it's like the rain is kind of starting. Is it still pouring out there?
So what it's been doing is like you would be saying, oh, it's drizzling out here, it wouldn't be raining at all. But then like a minute later, it's down. It's like it's either raining or it's not. Like there's no like slight drizzle. It's just.
Yeah, the reason I said slight drizzle was because that's what the forecast said at the beginning.
Oh, I would just say that. It is raining.
It's raining.
And when I'm not raining in this spot right now, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure like the fifth or how many people are watching the game. They're not here, so like they're not obviously watching the stream. They're not caring about how bad it's raining. But like obviously, you know, the field conditions is definitely something they're pointing out. So. But yeah, it makes sense if we're like running on a hotspot, and like, you know, it kind of makes sense that we're not getting any sort of.
You might be running off of the regular Wi-Fi, but you even said like it's worse than hotspot.
running off the Anna Maria Wi-Fi, that's just, they gotta do something about their Wi-Fi, because then they can't broadcast their own games even.
They like hardwire is the problem though.
If they're running from like, if we're running off hotspot, like I get it, like the service here isn't great, and like we're literally overpowering a bunch of, you know, equipment onto a hotspot, which is not gonna be effective. Yeah. I mean, again, it is what it is. Like, I don't know how many people are gonna be like watching anymore. It's kind of weird to me because
Let me just, because it says we're still like, if I unplug this, will I be able to reconnect? Okay.
Oh, why am I not being able to record there?
Yeah, it was just the headset was still plugged in because yeah, my dad's watching right now and he said that he can hear us. Check.
This is honestly disrespectful.
What did he say? Did someone what? Oh, weak is.
He must be in a heated encounter. He's not picking up. So it's honestly disrespectful. Well, you didn't necessarily give him a time to come out.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be taking it out on us.
No, he wasn't. He was taking
He
out
was
on
just
coach.
pointing it out.
Yeah. Because we're working here, so like you have coaching numbers. So.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. Everybody's cold.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know if I should just, after this, just like mute, because like, I don't know.
Oh, it's also it's not muted, so be careful.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, on the desktop, click mute. So like, there's a little audio button in the right on the screen, bottom middle. Should say mic audio mix.
Come on, Worcester.
Welcome back to Caparso Field here at the beautiful campus of Anna Maria College for tonight's match in the UPSL between Coalites FC and the Worcester Warriors FC. Jake Kelly on the call here on this Sunday evening. Thank you for being with us late here. As for those of you just tuning in, the Coalites FC just absolutely pouring it on Worcester in the first half as they lead 4-0 as we begin the second half here from Anna Maria College, as Worcester Warriors will get to kick off here. Coalites receive the kickoff to begin the first half, as the Worcester Warriors will receive it to begin the second.
You want to move it, right?
Come on, Warriors!
As rain starting to let up here, not really raining that much now, as the Warriors
kickoff to begin the second half as the Warriors just trying to get something going. They're going the other way now. Here they come off the far side this time as it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Warriors. So just the offensive firepower that you really need if you're the Warriors to start off here to just try to chip away at this 4-0 deficit right now, as Coalites just really, started off really strong in that first half as the Warriors look to line up for the corner kick here. So it looks like the offensive players from the Warriors setting up in the far side as there's the bid attempt, and it's immediately punched out that time by Lucero. And here come the Warriors still playing on that far side that time, trying to get the ball up. And there's the pass ahead as no players off sides, but once again the ball just too much in front, and it's going to be scooped up that time by David Lucero. So now Coalites just handling the ball in their defensive zone now, as there's the pass up ahead as it's being dribbled around here. There's the pass. Being knocked around here on the far side still, as it's going to get passed up ahead right to midfield, as the Warriors just really trying to possess the ball right now. That's what you got to do right now if you're Worcester. Just try to possess the ball, pass the ball around, try to just get something going right now, which that pass back really just, not there that time, and, they give it right back to Coalites as they go for the throw in that time, as there's the throw, as two players getting tangled up that time, as there's the pass up ahead, and right out of bounds that time. Coalites will possess for the throw in here on the far side. And once again, it's going to get knocked out for a throw in here. We got some, plastic bags and stuff over like our equipment here, just to protect us a little bit from the rain here as much as possible. Just try to keep everything dry, as there's the throw knocked around, headed on out, and there's the pass up ahead as the Warriors trying to get something going, and there's that Coalites defense once again off the header attempt, and a foul is called on the Warriors, so it's going to be a direct free kick for Coalites coming up right now. And it's going to be number 6, Lamar Chansey, taking the setting up the direct free kick, rather. And there's the kick up ahead. Lamar Chansey had a goal in the first half, and now here's an opportunity. Pass in front, and it's just not there that time, as Silva was looking in the middle for Dax Hoffman, who Hoffman has seen a lot of action so far in this game, but actually, correction, it was Shenardo Green who had that pass attempt right there. It was Silva to Green, and Green just unable to sneak it inside that right post. So here come the Warriors up the far side once again. Here comes Coalites off that side, being dribbled around that time. Here's Agbatuso, and a foul originally called. They wave it off, and now a player goes down, and they got to stop the play to tend to an injured player on Coalites FC. So a delayed foul call. We saw the flag go up from the AR on the far side, and then it went down. Play continued, and then eventually play stopped. So it looked like Coalites may have had an advantage that time. So a foul was originally called by the Warriors, and then it was waved off by the center referee due to the advantage by Coalites, but play had to stop because one of the members of Coalites was down. So they had to stop play to tend to an injured player, as he seems to be all right now. Partially also due to the fact that, if you stop play after a foul and the defensive team is able to possess the ball back, then the foul is considered to be, true, and they're able to just call back the foul and award the direct free kick, which in this case, it happened. So the Warriors able to shut that down pretty cleanly, but here come Coalites once again. Here's Agbatuso. Agbatuso trying to work around, and there's the pass up ahead, but definitely an offsides that time. But no question that
Harry Courts was able to get the ball that time as Joel Agbatuso was just well offsides. Ball being passed back now that time over to David Lucero. Lucero passes it over to the far side. So here come Coalites once again, pass towards midfield, being passed around here. And here's Coalites now. There's the pass up ahead, looking back. As a lot of chatter going on, and a big collision right at midfield. No foul call on the Warriors, but the advantage, not even an advantage signal by the center referee there. As Shenardo Green had a potential opportunity, had to retreat though, as Gomez passes it over to the far side. So definitely a lot of, very unique play going on here with advantages, calls, and fouls and everything else. Still yet to see a caution or send-off of some point. We might see it right here as there's another hard foul by Worcester. And there it is. Right as I say that, there's our first card of the match. And it's going to go to the Worcester Warriors. I just mentioned how, we haven't seen, we've seen a lot of advantage calls. We've seen a lot of fouls called, but we have not seen a single send-off or caution so far. And we just saw it right there with the Worcester Warriors. The yellow card gets pulled out for the first time in this match as Coalites will have a direct free kick here. And there's the kick, and that's going to go well too far and an easy stop that time by Harry Courts. Tough to see from the far side who the card was on for the Warriors, but it definitely was on the Warriors after that hard foul as that ball takes a bounce out of bounds over the touchline on the near side. So it's going to be a Coalites throw-in. So Silva's going to be the one to throw it in for Coalites. As we'll pause for a moment as we wait for another game ball to make its way over to the pitch here as Silva's going to take the throw-in for Coalites. So Silva throws it back over to Weir. Weir passes it back to his goaltender, Lucero now. Lucero passes it to the far side.
No Warriors!
Fans starting to get a little bit of light here at Anna Maria, cheering on the Warriors as, regardless of the score here, just trying to see if they can get some sort of offensive firepower. As here comes an opportunity, and here they come. Here's Russo. Russo. Player goes down, pass in the middle, shot, and it's a goal! Russo passed it to the middle, and that was Gabriel Chaves getting the Warriors on the board at 4-1. Russo from Chaves, and the Warriors are on the board. A much-needed goal that time, and that's their first home match goal of their regular season. Russo to Chaves. And the fans are getting into it now after that goal. So we'll see if the Warriors can get a little boost of momentum here after that goal. But yeah, Coalites definitely for sure, like I talked about in the first half, what they needed was to just go in the locker room, just really debrief here, reevaluate what's going on. And for Coalites, they needed a rest period. But definitely as of right now, it's proving that Coalites is coming out very flat, especially on the offensive side and defensive side, mostly defensive side rather, as the Warriors have been able to just really chew through that defense very well.
Come on.
Offensively still getting some bids, but not nearly as many as the first half, as there's a shot that time from Shenardo Green that just barely goes over the crossbar and out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up for Harry Courts.
Come on, Warriors.
Harry Courts yelling at his team right now to go up, as rightfully so. They want to get some offensive firepower going right now, as if you're the keeper of any soccer team, any level, it's your initiative to really instruct your players on what to do, and that's what Courts did, and rightfully so, because the Warriors, although they just scored that goal, they need to keep this momentum up if they want any chance of chewing away at this lead, which has now been cut from 4 to 3. So they still need 3 more to tie this thing, as Co-Elites
At least it's not a shutout.
keeping it going here on the offensive side. There's the pass up ahead. And here they come again. And so a little bit of contact that time, no call. Warriors bench calling for a foul, and they're not going to get one.
No, that's it. Right, Warriors.
And here they come, Co-Elites once again on the offensive side. There's the shot, and it's going to go wide that time. A golden opportunity for Shenardo Green that gets just shot goes wide. That just gets shut down. Shenardo Green, just a golden opportunity, but just could not capitalize. It was a one-on-one. He beat their defender on that far left, or that near left side rather, and Green just unable to finish. And a huge break that time for the Warriors. So Courts passes it back. There's the pass up ahead, and a header that time right over to midfield, unable to, head it back in the direction of Co-Elites going on offense. So here's Miller now. Miller at midfield now being defended by Castaneda. Miller passes it to the middle to Gomez. Gomez had the very first goal of this match. And now here's Silva with it now. Silva passes it onto the back over to Weir. Weir with it now. After that quick pass gets deflected back, Weir just passing it back over to Gomez, who's going to handle in the defensive zone. Gomez has really just been all over the field as a midfielder. Defensive, offensive, around midfield. He's just been, an all-around stud so far. Although does not have a goal, has played just a substantial role so far in this match for Co-Elites and contributing to this 3-goal lead that they now have, which obviously cut down from 4-0 to 4-1 just moments ago by the Warriors. But, Daniel Gomez, rather, has just played just a massive role. As well as Dax Hoffman. Hoffman has just played very well. And it was actually Hoffman who's the one that doesn't have a goal, who's also been contributing very well on the midfielder line. And Gomez, like I mentioned, did have that first goal in the first half. So it's Hoffman that does not have a goal in this game so far, and it's Gomez that has the goal in the first game, the first goal of the game, rather. So here comes Co-Elites as the pass goes off of his own defender here from Worcester, and 2 players go down. With it now is number 5 out there, as a foul is called, as Co-Elites has some substitutes in right now. As Shenardo Green's going to be taking the direct free kick off the Warriors foul. It looked like Johannes Santana got a trip that time on Shenardo Green. So it's going to be a direct free kick. Green positions it, and it looks like it's going to be Silva that takes it. Actually, it was Miller that took it, rather. Miller takes it, and now Gomez with it. Now Gomez passes it back now to Weir. Weir passes it back to the near side. Co-Elites trying to just get something going here, as Miller just trying to get through that D as he passes it back now. Here's Gomez. Gomez passes it through. May have been potentially an offsides call if that ball went through, but regardless, it's able to get shut down, so no call and play will continue. Here's Shenardo Green. Green passes it to the front. Here is Miller. Miller with it now. Miller passes it back. Here's Weir. Weir just trying to get something going here on the offensive side. Co-Elites still up by 3, but just trying to conserve that time. Just let this clock run out, Here's Dax Hoffman now. Hoffman passes it over to the far side. And it's intercepted that time off that pass. Here comes Russo, and Russo just dribbles it up and loses control. And what the Warriors need right now from their offense is to just not, do what just happened, which, they possessed the ball on offense for like 2 seconds. And, William Russo, listed as a defender, has also contributed very much so on the offensive side, but has had a struggle really just the entire match so far of just kicking the ball to nobody and just giving it right back up to that Co-Elites defensive side, which, we've seen what they've been able to do creating that offense, as they've been able to put up 4 goals in this match so far. So here's Agbatuso. Agbatuso passes it back to the far side, and there's a shot from way outside the goal box there, way on the far side, as that was a very tough angle shot that time by Coalites. And that ball goes well wide of the left post. Not even had a chance of sneaking inside. And it's going to be a goal kick that time coming from Harry Courts. Just under 30 to go, second half, with once again the potential for added time if the fourth official deems it necessary. Warriors just trying to get something going on offense here. And there's the pass ahead, and definitely an offsides. Coalites, just that offside trap. We've seen it so much so far in this match. They've been just doing such a great job of just really keeping up with that offsides trap and just forcing the Warriors just offsides. And with that, they just can't create any sort of offensive firepower if they keep getting, forced offsides by that trap by Coalites, which they've been able to just keep it up so far this entire match. And, the Warriors have pretty much just been caught 80% of the time because, their trap is just so effective on that defensive side for Coalites that, it's near impossible right now for the Warriors to remain on sides, as we've only seen it so many times so far in this entire match where the Warriors have had offensive bids but just have been unable to capitalize because Coalites' defensive side, their defensive line has just been able to, just force just a substantial amount of offsides on that Warriors side with the trap, as that's a dangerous pass and a slide tackle. And David Lucero just throwing his arms up at the center referee, begging for a foul. As, Coalites here that time, big, some refs can be like big sticklers for goalie contact, as, Lucero has every right to be, frustrated at the potential no call there because, in some cases, depending on the severity of it, if you contact the keeper, it could be a red card or a yellow card. But, that time, Coalites is caught offsides by the trap of the Warriors that time. But, as I mentioned right now with that case right there with, David Lucero getting tripped up off the offensive slide tackle off that dangerous pass, you see, Lucero go down, the contact made. So, definitely an interesting no call that time. But so there's the pass up ahead by the Warriors. And that's a great header, great ball ahead, looking for Vicinius Viga on that offensive side. So Viga is in now. Viga did not start this match. So definitely a lot of new faces here that we did not see in the first half. But Viga just unable to control that ball. As the fans, we talk about like the atmosphere of this game so far, as the rain was really pouring down, and it seems like without it seems like rightfully so the fans are getting into it when there's like less rain coming down versus rain coming down in this game, as it's kind of been on and off throughout this entire match so far, as a foul is called against Coalites on the far side. It's going to be a direct free kick for the Warriors. Definitely we talk about the atmosphere with like the rain coming down and the fans, just trying to encourage these players as much as they can to really just, go out there and fight, go out there and play, go out there and try to chip away at this deficit if you're a Warriors fan right now. And it's definitely happening more so often than not when there's no rain versus when there's rain, because when there's rain, it seems like the fans have been just trying to do their best to like, just make sure that, they're not miserable sitting out here in the freezing cold and the rain right now, as that's typical New England weather here in April that I'm sure all of these players have gotten very used to over the years playing soccer here in New England, as the Warriors' direct free kick goes nowhere, as Coalites able to clear that out immediately. And that is a very dangerous pass and an almost offensive bid that time by Daniel Friatas. Yeah, that was a very dangerous pass on the defensive side. Harry Courts really had to go out. Oh, boy. He had to come out to, like, past the 15 to make sure that that ball didn't get past him. Because if he doesn't do that, that's an obvious, like, breakaway attempt for Daniel Freitas on that forward line. So the Warriors, William Russo trying to bring some offensive pressure that time, but not nearly enough to get something going for Worcester, as Colete's very handily able to shut that down. If it's just a one player on three defenders, like, you can expect that that's pretty much not going to go anywhere, and it didn't in that case. Especially with what we've seen so far with the Co-Elites defense right now. They've been just absolutely crushing it, with the exception of that one goal. As here they come again on offense. There's the pass right there. Freitas, a shot, and another save by Harry Courts. Just bad ball placement that time from Daniel Freitas. Harry Courts, right place, right time. Had that wide open top right side of the goal that he could have just buried it in, but just unable to get the ball where he wanted to on that shot. And Harry Courts, right place, right time, just like held his body there and was able to just let the ball bounce right off of him over the goal line. Obviously missing the right post, but it's going to result in a corner kick for Co-Elites. 12:35 to go, second half. As we have a substitution right now coming in from the far side. Coming in now for the Warriors, looks like Selim Turkson is heading back in, number 4. As there's the corner kick, and it's defended very well that time. But Co-Elites still with possession of it. There's the pass inside, looking for Freitas. Freitas unable to get it on his foot there. But he was the only one in there as far as the offensive side for Co-Elites. As foul called, definitely a charge that time, as Shenardo Green just like standing in the middle of the direct free kick there, and he's going to get lectured there by the center referee. Definitely a no-no there. You know, definitely just honestly kind of unsportsmanlike given the score right now. Just stand in front of the direct free kick if the Warriors want to do a kick. You know, just definitely just honestly to an extent unacceptable there. As, you know, you definitely don't want to see a player, you know, commit a dissent foul like that when you're up 4-1 and, you know, you just stand right in front of the ball. You know, not respecting the distance and not allowing the Warriors to get anything when you're up a deficit like this. It's unsportsmanlike. That's pretty much the end of the story. As a tripping foul is called against the Worcester Warriors. It's going to go against number 21, Felipe Rodriguez, on the defensive line. As the fans, you know, talking amongst themselves right now that there could have been a potential yellow card there, but no card getting pulled out by the center referee, as Shenardo Green going to take the direct free kick for Co-Elites FC, and another substitution. 21-10 rather, and counting to go in the second half. As Shenardo Green awaiting the kick here, as he's going to just pass it back, it looks like, as their offense getting set up here. There's the pass back. So Rodriguez had it for a moment, and then there's the pass up ahead. And that's going to go almost over the goal line, kept on in, and a whistle. And they're going to rule that that ball did indeed go over the goal line. You know, the assistant referee for sure had the better angle on it. So the ball crossed over in the air, deemed by the assistant referee on the far side. So it's going to be a goal kick. A valiant effort by the Co-Elites offensive line to try to keep that ball in, but just unable to keep it in over that goal line that time. And here come the Warriors. And there's a push then, definitely a foul without question. And they're going to try to get this thing going quick. So here come the Warriors, but the Co-Elites defense still just doing a very good job as they're going to get the ball back right now. And we've seen it time and time again, the Warriors just having offensive bids going towards the net, rather, of David Lucero, but only once have they been successful in getting the ball past Lucero on that far side, as one of the defensive players goes down. And once again, the Warriors just clear it out of precaution, which, you know, it's good as far as protecting, you know, your goalie here. Harry Courts has done like a lot to protect, you know, that goal. But, you know, when you're just clearing the ball out like that, you're down 3 goals with less than 20 minutes to go. You really got to start thinking about putting some sort of, you know, pressure on your offense. Really, like, just get on that horse as far as the offense and just, you know, just really go at like warp speed here to try to, you know, chip away at this league, kind of, sort of. You know, given the circumstances here, it's really not looking good, down 4-1 with less than 19 minutes to go now, with still the potential for stoppage time. So the ball now on the far side once again, as it was played that time by Agba Tuso, but knocked out of bounds by the Warriors, and it's going to be another substitution. It looks like we're going to get a goalie change here. So they're going to take out David Lucero in goal. So he's going to get replaced, and boy, did he have a day. David Lucero only giving up 1 goal. And they're going to get a substitute in here for him. Definitely give him some well-deserved rest before their next match, which, you know, he deserves it after the performance he's had. You know, although the Warriors have struggled on offense, and Lucero didn't have like the best of duties like in goal because there wasn't really a lot of shots. He's made some pretty good saves, but, you know, still definitely deserves that well-deserved rest after only allowing 1 goal. But as I've mentioned time and time again, particularly in the second half, you know, the Worcester Warriors' offensive struggles are mainly due to the offsides trap that Co-Elites has been able to form throughout this entire match, really. As we saw so many times, the Warriors were caught offsides, and Co-Elites, they've done a very good job of really just performing that offsides trap very well, and it's resulted in, you know, so many, you know, offsides calls as a foul occurs. Ooh. Looked like maybe a trip on Co-Elites. A big hit that time. And once again, you got to just hope that everybody's all right here given these rainy conditions and given the circumstances where the players have really just have been setting the tone for this match so far. You know, as a referee myself, I have seen worse, but, you know, even before the rain started, we obviously saw the 2 major collisions at the beginning of this game. You know, 2 players went down with, you know, a little bit of leg stiffness after, and then you saw 2 players collide heads moments before that, and then the rain all started picking up. And, you know, we were worried that, you know, based on the conditions and the tone this game was setting, that this could get out of hand. But luckily for just everybody involved, this game has started to really just kind of calm down as far as, like, intensity goes. And especially given the score right now, 4-1 with 16 and counting to go in this this second half, first game of the home regular season for the Worcester Warriors. You know, it's definitely something that we want to see. Obviously, if you're a Worcester Warriors fan right now, it's something that you certainly don't want to see. But, you know, it's just from a safety standpoint, you know, you got to just look at it from that point and be like, you know, it could be worse right now, as once again those slippery conditions right there playing in, and a whistle blew that time. Dax Hoffman just like slipped down, and there was a whistle that was blown for a foul. Interesting call, as Dax Hoffman just slipped, no contact at all, and the Warriors are going to get a direct free kick. So we'll see if it's just like a happy accident here as the Warriors try to get something going on the board, and there's the kick, and it's good. The fans said that first. They said We heard it from the crowd. The kick was just well over, went right up and through the uprights. So not a chance for that kick. So the new keeper in for Coalites is here. So he's going to take the direct free kick here. There it is. It's going to go well over midfield. And here comes Coalites with an opportunity that gets shut down by that defense right there. Good work there by Salem Turkson. And here come the Warriors. And no foul that time. And a great takeaway that time. And here comes Lamar Chansey. And he gets taken down by Johannes Santana. No call. And here come the Warriors up the other way. There's the pass up ahead. And you just hear the groan in the crowd right there. We've seen it so many times so far as that pass just so far out in front of William Russo. No way that he was getting to that ball on the offensive push. And you just hear the groan in the crowd right there. And there's a push right there. That's probably going to be a card. You see the referee go right over there. Or is it just going to be one of those lecture moments? Nope, he just got a lecture. I thought for sure that was going to be a card based on the way that the center referee was jogging over. That was definitely a, like what you can deem a reckless foul, push from behind. That very easily could have been a yellow card, but the card remains in the pocket of the center referee. And it was just, I guess, one of those lecture moments where he's just like, yeah, let's calm down on the defensive side. So Coalites able to remain on sides as the ball was passed before the player was offsides. So try to make his run while still onside, even with the last defender, but pass goes out regardless, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Worcester Warriors. 12:45 to go and count here in this one, with once again the potential for stoppage time here. 4-1 your score here at Anna Maria in favor of Coalites over the Worcester Warriors. Jake Kelly on the call. Once again, thank you so much for being with us. And we do apologize for any lag that you may be experiencing so far with this stream. So here comes Coalites here as, Shenardo Green came back up limping after that attempted bid, try to go around the middle back of Worcester. Semedo there, who's currently playing middle back for Worcester, Nuno De Freitas Semedo. He was just kind of standing in place that time, and you saw Shenardo Green just try to go right around him and came up limping after, so just hope that he's all right. Looks like he was able to just jog that off very easily, so as Coalites will get another throw in here. As the clock ticks down to less than 11:30 to go now, and it's really looking like Coalites is going to come here to Anna Maria, to the house of the Worcester Warriors, and come away with a win here, as still a 3-goal deficit, and the Warriors still just unable to really get anything going on offense with the exception of that first goal. And that offside trap has just really been proving effective for Coalites so far in this one. And that's going to be a foul called against the Warriors. Raj Krishna Andra Rajarian is going to get called for the foul. And Andra Rajarian just, wasn't a starter for Worcester, but he came on in, number 12 for the Warriors. 10:35 to go, first half. Second half. First game, second half. So here comes the offensive push from Coalites. It's going to get knocked out that time, as Felipe Rodriguez kicked it on out. And we're going to get another substitution coming on for Coalites. And rightfully so. Again, if you're co-elites right now, you just want to try to rest your starters, make sure nobody gets hurt for your next match. Less than 10 and counting to go in this one. Throw in that time attempted.
Whoa.
And looked like a potential foul call, but nothing. Oh, late flag, and it's going to be an offsides against co-elites. People were calling for a call instead. The AR on the far side deems it to be an offsides. And get a double whistle here.
What happened?
Like a bench warning, maybe? You see the referee look towards the co-elites bench. Looked like he said something to him. Not sure what was said, but it looked like someone from the co-elites bench was running his mouth, and maybe it was just a bench warning. I'm guessing that's what it was. You saw two players from both teams talking to the center referee. So most likely that's what it was. Just trying to calm their bench down a little bit. And once again, you know, it just goes back to the whole sportsmanship thing. 4-1, and, you know, obviously the clock doesn't stop in soccer. So, you know, the clock still runs regardless of, you know, the bench doing whatever and the, you know, game not being played. So if the team that's winning has to, you know, have the play stopped in order for the situation to be addressed, especially in a deficit like this, it just all circles back to that point where it's just, you know, just unsportsmanlike. And you never like to see that. And at some point, you know, if you're this referee right now, you need to like start trying to address it a little bit more harshly at this point, because, you know, this is the second case now. So maybe, you know, the third time it happens, you know, I know there's not that much time left in this game. You know, something needs to be addressed here, because, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just, you know, you're wasting time. The team's up. You know, obviously the game is pretty much decided at this point, but, you know, still, you're up 3 goals. There's 7 minutes to go, and the clock is running because your team is being unsportsmanlike on the sideline. Like, that's just borderline unacceptable. As there's the pass up ahead, looking for Miller, and Miller's going to try to go around the defense, and he's going to mishandle dribbling the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds over the touchline. But it was mishandled due to the defense of the Warriors, as the last touch was from the Warriors' defensive line, so it will be a corner kick for co-elites. 6:46 to go and counting in the second half. Once again with the potential for stoppage time. And there's the corner kick. Handled very well. Pass to the front. Shot and a save made that time by Harry Courts. So here come the Warriors trying to get something going here. Pass up to the middle. That's what they need. And once again, shut down by their middle back. KOFC, Millis, O'Doy on that defensive line right there in the middle back. Just an easy pass right to him. No one around. So there's another pass, and once again, we've seen it so many times. And a good shield that time. Good shield there by middle back by Joel Agbatuo, who just, or correction, Michael Weir rather, on the defensive end, came back, and a good shield that time off the bid, looking for William Russo. As once again, we've seen it time and time again so far in this game. The Warriors, they've had opportunities, they've had chances, but the passes are just not there. And the Warriors, you know, their offense has potential. They really do. However, those passes from their midfield line, they just definitely in practice this week, you know, it's something that I'm sure Coach Wike Agungwamba is going to be, you know, working on a lot in practices this week to prepare for their next match, which their next match is away next week. They return home here to Anna Maria
in mid-May. So 3 weeks away from their next home match, but definitely something that certainly needs to be addressed as far as, trying to find just a rhythm on that midfield line, to just try to find better passes to get to your strikers, because, they've passed some nice balls so far, but the vast majority have gone well past the strikers, as a foul was called on the offensive charge there by the Warriors just now, as Coelites gets the ball back, and we heard once again the groan from the crowd, who just, it's just unfortunate to see the Warriors, start off this way in their first home match of the regular season. So a fast charge there. Ooh, that could have been really scary. As the slide tackle attempt. And, you always got to be careful with that. If someone's coming in 100 miles an hour trying to make a defensive play, you just got to hope that, if you're the defender, if you're the attacker, that everybody's going to be all right in that situation, because there is definitely a high potential for a massive collision to occur in a scenario like that. But in the end, there's going to be no call, and it's just going to be a regular throw-in coming up for Coelites. And they're going to rule the last touch was off Coelites, so Warriors throw-in. 3:18 and counting to go, second half. And right now, I would say if you're both teams here, you're just hoping that there's going to be as least amount of stoppage time as possible, so you can get out of these, wet conditions. Just go home, go about your night, and get ready for the work week, because, at this point, it's just kind of as fans want to foul, they're not going to get it. And almost an own goal as the ball is passed on over, as that ball went, still a pretty substantial amount away from the right post, but still from the fan angle looked like it could have had potential, but ended up getting cleared out in the end. But on those crosses, goes off defender, you never know. And it's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Worcester Warriors. 2:10 and counting to go, second half. So here's the corner kick from Santana, and that's going to go over everybody. And once again, it goes back to the kick coordination there, as once again a kick that just goes way too far. So now Russo pressing, as Coelites just really trying to just waste as much time as they can here, just let this clock run out at this point. .122 to Zo. And now we got under a minute to go in regulation time. Obviously, stoppage time still could potentially happen. I would just assume that,